Welcome back, Eagles. Get excited for this year's season of PNN. We hope you all had a great summer and start to the school year.
Today, we are taking you outside the classroom where we will take a look at the enforcement of parking at North.
Next, you'll get a taste of Gellar's 100-year anniversary.
Finally, we will see how Plymouth citizens are spreading awareness in our community about the struggle overseas in Gaza. Get ready, Plymouth North.
It's time for PNN.
Good morning, Plymouth North. I'm Grace Lamoureux.
And I'm Maya Salamoni, and we are thrilled to be back for the 2025-2026 school year. This year, we're coming to you live from the PNN studio. For every episode of this year's season, our anchors will be live on air for the first time in PNN history.
In previous years, we have only done our final show of the year live. Now, the PNN team is producing this episode in real time, and we will continue to do so throughout the year.
We are so excited to embrace this challenge on air, right now, in front of the entire school.
Speaking of challenges, the parking situation at North has been quite the hassle these past couple of years. With more about the parking confusion, here's Megan and Brady.
Pump the brakes. Are you parking where you're supposed to be? For years, parking has been a heated topic at North for both teachers and students alike.
Juniors and seniors who have their license are allowed to purchase a parking permit to park on campus during the school day. Juniors park at Nook Road or the County Commissioner's Building, while seniors park on campus, either in front or behind the school.
We have designated lots. We have designated spots. We work really hard to work with people.
I know last year there was a big issue of juniors parking in seniors parking lots and seniors not having anywhere to park.
At Obery Street, there are 45 spots. At Nook, there's 47 spots with 2 handicap spots.
I think that some spots in the senior lot could be used for juniors, and that the parking lot near the hospital could be used for people who don't get there on time.
In the front gym side, there's 131 spots, and 4 with handicapped. In the front of the school, there's 112 spots. In front main side, with 5 handicapped, 1 veteran, and 10 for electric vehicles.
Out front, I know in the past we've had it where the seniors are all supposed to be on the right-hand side, like the gym lobby side, and the staff is supposed to be on the other, but some staff want to come in through the gym lobby and some kids want to come in through the main entrance, so, and it seems like it's working out there so far. In the back, we just asked the kids to go kind of behind that second half of the parking lot.
In the back lots for teachers, there are 44 spots, with 3 handicap options. For students, there are 48 spots, with 2 handicap and 2 for electric vehicles.
Either which way you go, whether it's to the right or to the left from the back lot, it does get chaotic. You end up having to sit there and wait. There's a big traffic jam most of the time.
In general, I feel like parking is pretty adequate. Personally, junior year, I hated parking in the 2 lots. The first lot up top would always get filled up first, and then later in the year I just started parking down at Nook all the time just because it didn't tend up to fill as much.
One solution may be found through painting your own parking spot, an opportunity given to seniors at the beginning of the year.
Able to go out with everybody, being able to have fun and listen to music and check out everyone's designs. I think that was just the coolest thing ever.
One specific thing that we did was we put our handprints in our parking spot, and that was something that I really felt was amazing about it, that we could put our own print on the world for our senior year.
Students should remember that parking is a privilege, not a right. To park on campus, you must follow the rules or face the repercussions. Reporting for PNN, I'm Megan Holloman.
Thank you, Megan and Brady, for the details. Juniors, even on those rainy days, remember to park in the right spot. Next, Trace and Aaron drive down to Manamet, where one of the town's favorite hidden sweet spots is celebrating a momentous occasion.
For a century, Gellar's Snack Bar has stood at 506 State Road, serving more than just food. It's been serving tradition. From ice cream cones to burgers and sandwiches, each order carries the story of a family-run business that's been part of Plymouth for generations. Gellar's first opened their doors in 1926. Peter Gellar III is the current owner from the third generation of the Gellar family.
There was a small tea room, homemade pies, ice cream, things like that. And then that went into sandwiches and seafood. And then we went into the gas station business, and the garage evolved into a service center.
Peter Gellar and his wife, Mrs. Brenda Gellar, have been pushing the snack bar to new limits. Over their time running the snack bar, they've seen it go through many changes.
One time we were a sit-down diner, and then it became fast food because there was no Route 3 at that time. 3A was the main road to the Cape.
Since we took over 3 years ago, we've run that fine line of balance of the nostalgia and keeping things the same with updating with the times.
Running a business for this long hasn't always been easy. The Gellars have faced difficult moments that tested their strength and commitment.
I was a young boy. I remember the gasoline shortage of 1973. I would go down and put the sign on the last car in line, and to see people's faces, being one of the only gas stations in this area at that time, it was pretty awful to watch, and we weren't able to get gas deliveries.
Throughout the years, there's been challenges and ups and downs in the economy. COVID was hard. Automotive was an essential business, but people weren't driving.
Even in the hardest times, the snack bar has remained a gathering place, one that unites the community and reminds people why Gellar's has endured.
One of the big traditions here is teaching the youth in Plymouth. You'll see everywhere 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, they're looking for jobs, and we are here to hopefully teach them. We have employees who come back in their 20s and 30s who say, I worked there, you all taught me how to count change.
Everybody that stops here and visits, they're part of our extended family, and that's what's allowed us to last 100 years.
The impact stretches beyond just ownership. Customers and employees alike hold special memories tied to the snack bar.
We offer a free hayride. It kind of goes around the yard. We have some volunteer high school students who spook people lightly, but in order to get on the hayride, you just bring a food pantry item for the church. It's a nice way for the community to come together.
I usually go down the street to Tidmarsh and photograph birds, and I came up here one day for lunch, and I've been hooked ever since. Not a big chain. It's a family-owned business. You got to support your local businesses.
Gellar's Snack Bar has stood the test of time, showcasing how much local businesses truly impact their community. As for the next 100 years, only time will tell. Reporting for PNN, I'm Trace Flora.
Thank you, Trace and Aaron, for the sweet scoop on one of Plymouth's most beloved places. Back at North, throughout the hallways, you can always see a number of students with headphones on or AirPods in, listening to music during passing. With the abundant love of music, we ask what you are listening to in the halls.
Senor Fabian, what was the last song you listened to?
I'm listening right now. Come on, let's go over here. Holy cow, we're listening to Yo Contigo, Tu Conmigo. Look at that.
Perfect.
You should listen to it too.
Woo!
Doomsday by Lizzie McAlpine.
The last song I listened to was Good Days by SZA. The last song I listened to is Do I Want to Know by Hosier.
What are you listening to right now? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. White Ferrari.
It's We Almost Broke Up Again by Sabrina Carpenter.
Justin Timberlake, Sunshine, something like that. I got a feeling in my, I don't know the words.
Pick up your clothes.
What was the last song you listened to?
It was Ojalá, which was by Silvio Rodriguez, which is a beautiful song.
Say No to This from Hamilton.
Landslide by Fleetwood Mac.
I'm listening to Drop It Like It's Hot by Snoop Dogg.
Missed Call by Treaty Oak, Rhode Island.
Tessa, what was the last song you listened to?
Shake Some by DaBaby and Sexy Red.
I have them folded.
What was the last song you guys listened to?
Broke Boy by Flight.
Mine's the same, Broke Boy by Flight.
Mine's also the same, Broke Boy by Flight.
Flight reacts.
Mr. Scott, what was the last song you listened to?
Oh, I gotta look, hold on. It was, There's Nothing Holding Me Back.
Perfect.
The last song I listened to was Sexy to Someone by Clara. And the last song I listened to was You Done Wrong, Brother by Darling You Should Be Ashamed.
We Didn't Start the Fire.
Okay.
That was it. What's
okay.
up? What was yours? What was yours?
Rich Baby Daddy by Sexy Red and Drake.
The last song I listened to was Watermelon Man by Herbie Hancock.
There you go. The last song I listened to was Raining in Houston by Drizzy Drake.
Meet me at the door while it's still open.
Mr. Tossie, what was the last song you listened to?
Don't Stop Believing.
I listened to Doghouse by Drake.
Last song I listened to was Skinny Suge 2 by Freddie Gibbs.
I got Banana Pancakes by Jack Johnson.
Unforgettable by French Montana.
It's I Know the End by Phoebe Bridgers.
The last song I listened to, 2018 Raw Wave, that Realish.
Last song I listened to is Lil Uzi Vert. I forgot the song.
When the Chips Are Down by Hadestown.
What was the last song you listened to?
I forget.
The last song I listened to was Golden by Huntrix. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see.
Come on.
V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore and love.
Turn the camera off.
Oh, sorry. I was just listening to the sweet sound of Mr. O'Mara's voice. While AirPods may keep the halls more quiet, some members of our community are raising their voices to bring awareness to the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Paige and Grace have the story.
What once was just a few people going downtown, peacefully putting up a fight for a pressing subject, turned into a group of hundreds of Plymouth residents demanding for the protection and aid of Palestine. Every Saturday at noon, members of Plymouth for Palestine gather around Plymouth Rock using collective action to call on MA leaders to represent their voices by immediately calling for a ceasefire by advocating for the health and safety of Gaza's children. The Israel-Palestine conflict is a long-standing struggle over land in the Middle East that both Palestine and Israel see as their homeland. After World War II and the Holocaust, the UN created the State of Israel in 1948, which led to conflict with neighboring Arab countries over who was native to land, as well as the displacement and fleeing of hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. Since then, Israel has acquired more territory, and Palestinians have since sought to establish an independent state in the West Bank and Gaza Strip. The current humanitarian crisis can be stemmed from the October 7th attacks in 2023, which were committed by the terrorist group Hamas. Israel's response to Hamas has resulted in widespread destruction. The United Nations have stated this response from Israel is more than just war, it's genocide and famine. What is important to know, though, is that the people in a country are people. They aren't their government. Many Israeli and Palestinians want peace. We will talk to some of them today to hear their perspectives. Local resident Meg Ash alongside Louis Postel have been organizing Plymouth for Palestine since 2024. The cause began with Meg visiting downtown on Saturdays to raise awareness about the situation facing Israel and Palestine.
The images I was seeing online and on Instagram were just so horrendous. I have 3 children, and I needed to do something. I felt physically uncomfortable with what I was witnessing, and I was disappointed not to see more action locally, and so that's why I started standing out here for Palestine.
What really disturbed me after October 7th was that the Israeli spokespeople or whatever and the Jewish lobby spokespeople claimed that they were speaking for me because I was Jewish. And I said, no, you're not speaking for me. And I really object to that.
To gain other perspectives on the issue, some Plymouth residents offered their own perspective on the ongoing conflict, highlighting the importance of supporting Israeli communities.
The Jews have been expelled from country after country, time and time again, including, the Holocaust, when 6 million Jews were killed, and the Jewish people do have a right to defend themselves. There's a line, and I am not a fan of Netanyahu, nor is half of the Israeli citizens right now. Just like America is divided,
Since starting the protests in 2024, the Plymouth for Palestine Instagram has gained over 750 followers, connecting with multiple Plymouth residents and hosting screenings of educational films around Plymouth to raise awareness to the famine occurring in Gaza.
Once I started learning more, I started researching it, found that Plymouth for Palestine was out here on the regular, and I had to join in.
It really just comes down to humanity and watching other people suffer and just knowing that's not okay. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't know much about this before October 7th, but once I've learned about the Palestinian history and everything else that unravels way before October 7th, there was no pretty much stopping me. Like, I couldn't just go on with my life and know that all of this is happening.
I think being here for the past 2 weekends that I've been here have really made me feel happier as a person, just to be with people that share the same views as me for like a couple hours a week. And I think it's so comforting to know that there's other people that believe the same things that I do and want to help people around the world.
I really am hopeful that the younger generations that I see and talk to now, who are so brilliant and so brave in their advocacy, I'm really hopeful that things will improve eventually.
Ultimately, a few individuals' efforts had led to the creation of a local group whose purpose is to raise awareness to a global issue. Reporting for PNN, I'm Paige Robertson.
Plymouth for Palestine is one of many organizations concerned with the humanitarian crisis overseas. Thank you, Paige and Grace, for the insight.
Now, get ready, Plymouth North, for our first edition of this year's News and Notes.
Our school store, North Station, has been closed indefinitely this school year, to the disappointment of teachers and students alike. With school store closed, the DECA officers are collecting signatures on a petition, which can be signed virtually and on paper to reopen it. There will be QR codes set up around the school and for students to scan and sign, as well as physical copies during your K-blocks. If you want your snacks back, make sure to be part of the action and sign the petition. Attention juniors, the fall PSAT at North is on Thursday, October 16th, during the school day. If you are signed up to take them, please report to the gymnasium at the beginning of the day.
Plymouth North players will be putting on the fall musical, the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, which will be performed on October 24th and 25th. Tickets are on sale for $10 apiece. On October 30th, Plymouth swimming and diving team will be having an informational meeting in the lecture hall during K-Block. Please make passes to Mrs. Bird. Additionally, MIAA student ambassadors will be conducting a community service project where any students that donate cereal, pasta sauce, or canned protein will receive free entry to the October 30th home football game versus Marshfield. All donations will go towards the South Shore Community Action Council.
Seniors, your senior quote and portrait are due December 1st. You can purchase the yearbook online. See the 2026 Google Classroom for more instructions or reach out to Mrs. Gainyard in room 243. And finally, go support our fellow Eagles tonight as we face Whitman Hanson in enemy territory.
That is all for today's episode of PNN. Stay updated by following our Instagram at pnn.2026.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you for our next episode of PNN. Woo!